prayer is the foundation of spirit life. Eternal life, scriptures, fellowship will all be useless if you don't pray. Because it's in prayer that you actually engage the spirit that furnish these things into your spirit. If you are not engaging God vitally, everything God puts in you will become obsolete. You will not even know how to operate it. Every machine requires a manual to educate you on how to operate it. This is why many are sick, many are helpless, whereas everything they need for a glorious life is already in them. But they are not engaging God, so they don't know how to access those things. And so every spiritual truth I teach personally, I begin from the corridor of prayer. And so prayer is a weapon for the last days. A believer who is not praying is a victim. Please make no mistakes about it. The reason you are not yet victimized is probably because your schedule has not appeared on demonic calendars. The Bible said the devil is prowling like a roaring lion, seeking whom he will devour. So he is checking. He's not omniscient and he's not omnipresent. So he's not everywhere at the same time. The reason he has not come to you is because you are not yet on his schedule. The Bible spoke of an evil day. There's an evil day for everybody. But like I taught you here, if you are effectively fortified, your evil day becomes your day of manifestation. Because everything we call a testimony was actually designed to kill us. The reason it became a testimony is because we counteracted the forces of darkness. And one of the things that gives you a strategic advantage to subdue and to overcome the powers of the enemy is to be fortified with prayer. And this kind of prayer is not just, Father, I need bread. No, this is actually a prayer life. It's not a prayer with prayer points. And it's not a prayer to meet a target of time. It's a prayer weaved into your essence. In Luke 18 verse 1, he said, men ought always to pray and not to faint. Three things of vital note. Number one, you ought to. That means it's a requirement. Number two is always. And number three is fainting. If you don't pray, you faint. And so the reason many are fainting is because prayer is not part of their lives. Yes, when they have a problem, they can engage God and pray. That's good. But that's not good enough. When there is a need, they can go to the prayer altar. That's good, but that's not good enough. A man who understands that is in the last days, eats prayer, talks prayer, chews prayer, drinks prayer. In fact, every second of the day, he is vitally connected to God because that is where his strength is.